Before implementing the accordion, I want to show you how I configured the project. So you can see that I have created a folder called installation demo, and this is the Next.js documentation. I want to change the theme, the documentation. I prefer the light theme for reading docs. You go to docs, installation, and this is the command you have to run. Okay, when you run this command, you'll be asked all of those questions here. So this is a placeholder. If you try to delete, you will not be able to do that, so you can just type the name of the project, accordion. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes. Would you like to use ESLint? Yes. Would you like to use Tailwind? Yes. Would you like to use the source directory? No. And would you like to use the app router? Yes. Would you like to customize the default import alias? No. And you can see that the dependencies are being installed. So React, React.js, Next, TypeScript, the types for all of them, Post CSS, Tailwind, ESLint. Okay, we saw no question about Post CSS, right? But I think Tailwind uses it underneath the hood, so that's why this dependency is also being installed. So I like to use Prettier. If you search for Prettier here, you can find the usage with other tools. So ESLint also contains code formatting rules which can conflict with your existing Prettier setup. We recommend including ESLint config Prettier, right? So we have to install this package. I'm using npm, Control C. Okay, the packages are still being installed. We'll have to wait. But let's read the instructions here while we do that. So first, install the dependency. We have to install ESLint config Prettier. Then add Prettier to your existing ESLint config. So this is how we can set up Prettier. It's pretty easy. Just install another dependency and add Prettier to the extents key of the ESLint rc.json file. Let me pause the video while the dependencies are installed. Okay, everything has been installed, right? Now we want to first install, of course, Prettier, because this is how we configure Prettier to work with ESLint, but we need to have Prettier installed. So npm -i, this is a development dependency, so -d Prettier. I to install -d for development. Control C. Let's install. Oops, I made a mistake here. I installed on the wrong folders. So after creating the project, let me cancel this first. I can delete these files. You have to navigate, delete, to the project directory, right? cd accordion. Let me open this, and here you can see that everything has been installed, and now we want to install Prettier. npm I to install -D for development Prettier. I could have installed ESLint, the ESLint config Prettier together, but you can see that there are different ways you can do the same thing. You can use the full command, right, and the flag here, but you can also use the shortcut version. And after you install, you have to go to .eslint prettier .eslint rc.json and turn this into an array and add prettier. Okay. Let's run npm run dev to start the development server. I can close this, and I want to create a new file .prettier rc, and the only rule that I'm going to add is this one, arrow parentheses, sorry. I would like to avoid them whenever it's possible. You can add other rules, like for example tab width, and I think it's line, no, let me type width, print width. So with print width you can define a limit in terms of how wide your code can be. So for example, generally we define something around 80 characters, right, and something around here, but and then Prettier will break lines automatically for you and so on. So this is how you can configure. If you want to look at the other configuration options, you can go to the Prettier website, look at there, it's look at its configuration and customize entirely the tool for your use case. Okay, but this is an optional thing. Now if we visit localhost :3000, I think it's compiling, yes. So this is the first compilation. I'm not sure. And you can see that we have this page here by default, so we need to do some cleanup, right? We need to get rid of this page here in order to create our project. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have the app router. This is we want this folder because the inside of the app folder, it's where we define the routes for our application. Although for this simple application we don't need really to worry about it, because I'm not going to deploy this project, right? So I will get rid of this favicon here. I want to, let me stop the project so that I don't get errors. I have this initial CSS, and I can get rid of those rules here. I will keep this tree, although the only that's really necessary is this Tailwind utilities, which allows us to work with Tailwind classes. And let me look at the layout. And I'm not going to use this metadata nor this font. and I can get rid of this because I'm not using the font, right? And the page here, I can get rid of this import and get rid of everything in between the opening and closing main tags. Get rid of these classes, and inside of the public there are two images. I'm not going to use. I can delete the entire folder, and inside of this I want to create another folder called UI, but I'm creating the folder and at the same time a file, accordion.native.tsx. I think I typed it correctly. Accordion.native, yes. Let me create another one, accordion.custom.tsx. This is for the custom version. I can close this for now. Close the custom, and right now I don't want to do anything. Let me just print hello to check that. Oops, I have to restart the development server. And update the page. We should see the word hello and only it on the page. Still compiling. Yes, so we have the initial setup.